I am back, so let's get started here. We have much to sorted arrays problem. Let's erase everything. Much to arrays. So we are given two arrays, nums1 and nums2, sorted in non-descending order, and two integers m and n, representing the number of elements in num1 and num2 respectively. So we have to merge these two arrays, num1 and num2, in a non-increasing order. Also, nums1 contain elements of nums1 and plus n times plus n elements that are set to 0. So we have this nums1 1 2 3 0 0 0 where m is equal to 3 and these are the placeholders value, and we have nums2 2 5 6 n is equal to 3. We have another example here that nums1 has one element but nums2 have 0 element, and we have another here one as well. Here num0 have 0 elements and num1 have one element. So let's draw the scenario here. So we have 1 2 3 triple 0. Okay. So here 1 1 2 3 0 0 and 0. This is num1 here, and we will have another one as well. Let's take here. Yes. So we will have two lines. And 2 5 6. 2 5 and 6. Num2. Okay, so we have to combine such that the resulting array, let's move this up, and we have something like this. We want something like 1 2 2 3 5 6. using this as well as this. Let's call it as our result. So how could we do this? What we can do is initially create a new array, push the value and sort it. So if we are creating a new array, it will have space equal to of n. No, it will be m plus n. Why? Because m contains three elements and n contains three elements. So to store this, store we have to have space which can store all of the elements, six elements. So it will be m plus n. Let's do this m equals to 3 and also write n equals to 3 as well. So we are using the space m plus n, but now let's take on the time complexity as well here. So time complexity will be, if we are using rs dot sort, let's write here, remember array dot sort as and complexity of n log n. So let's move some parts here. Can I short this one here? So I want to make this all short. And yes. So if we are adding elements here to an array, we will have first three elements added for the nums one that we have in second, the second array being added. So let's say of m for first addition, of m to add all the elements of n. Then we go of n when we are adding the num2 elements, and to sort them out, because we are having the we are using the array with time complex time this. So when we are sorting this array with m plus n elements, so we are having the time complexity by sorting as o of m plus n log of m plus n. Let me just move it along. So let's I think now it is better. So because we are using arrays.sort function here, we will have time complexity with O m plus n log m plus n. Let's see what the highest time complexity we can use. So n is always lesser than 200, m plus n is always lesser than equals to 200, and m is always greater than 0. So highest we can go is 10 raised to power 9. According to my book, 10 raised to power 9 seems to be. So we have to find our answer is of n or big O of n or big O of log n. Other approaches will result in a TLE error. Okay, so using this constraint, we can filter out how much time complexity we should use. So if we use this time complexity, what will happen is that it returns in TLE error. Here. And let's write here, possibly let's use this. So now let's improve this further on. Hmm. So what we have seen so far is that nums1 will have 6 elements, but only 3 are populated, the first thing. So let's first optimize about the space. So can we use the nums1 instead of having another array? If we are using nums1 instead of having another array, we are firstly reducing our space here to of 1 because we are not using extra space. So first level optimization we have done. Now, yeah, this is the first step level optimization. That's or can be same, but we are using no extra space here because we are manipulating only the values in the nums1. So now what we can do here as well is in the question we will have a sorted array, much sorted array. So what we can do now is yeah, can we not iterate through all of these elements? We can have a for loop here, and in this for loop, we will also compare this element with this one and choose accordingly. So I will take a loop here. Let's take an example of I. Yeah. So if I is here, so we will compare this and this, but j. We also need a new variable as j as well. I think so. we will have two variables I and j, all initialized to 0, both of them initialized to 0 in starting, and then we will have root running from this nums1 dot length. And if compare this both first, which is less, this is less, so this will be kept here only, and we will just increment the I, but j will be the same here. So using both of which is the best here to be kept? So 2 is kept. Okay. So let's go here. Now from 3 or 2, which should be kept? 2 is less. So 2 is kept here in the result array. But now it moves, the iteration moves to 5. Now the iteration has moved to 5. So let's here move this up. Now from I or j, I think there will not for loop, there will be while loop, because we are using 2 pointers. So when, yeah, what I have observed here is that when we are using multiple pointers, it is best to use while instead of for loop. We could also do it with the for loop, but I think while is the best to be used in these type of scenarios. So now from 3 or 5, what will be added? 3. So I is implemented here. So currently, by having the 4 iteration, we will have this part sorted out here. We have this part currently completed, and now if we have reached the end, we will just, if the j has still some value, if j is still lesser than the nums2 dot length, then we will add them as it is. So we will have as it is 5 and 6 here. So what will be the overall time complexity? So this is the according to this scenario. So we have to handle these edge cases as well. If the num1 is empty, nums2 is empty, but we have element of num1, so we will have num1 return. If we have nums2 num value in the nums2, but num1 for our m is empty, then we will return the nums2 So these type of edge cases we should also handle here. Overall time complexity will be mm, of n plus n for iteration. First iteration of m if some element remain and I think we should also I'm not sure if it should be handled or not, but this is reminding me of merge sort, the sorting part of merging part of the merge sort. So overall, we have of m plus n, and I think it also is matching with our criteria that we should have an answer in of n. So because we have too much m plus n, so I think we go of n plus n is the way to go here. Let's code this out here. So we have to access over this and not for let's take y is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0 while I is less than m and j is less than m, and then lem a equals to num1 I lm b num2 I. So let's compare them. If lm b is lesser than lm a, so if the value at num2 is lesser than, then what we'll have to do is num I I plus 1 is equal to I. We have to push back. I think my pushback operation is wrong, but yeah, A is still lesser than L. Okay, so have the element means 1, means 2, J I think this condition will never happen. Let's move it. In K is equal to while K is greater than I, nouns 1, num k equal to element 3. So j will be plus plus, else we are doing nothing. So is equal to plus plus. This operation I forgot to add. This is a pushback operation. So what will happen is that if we are having 1 2 3 0 0 0 and we have an element here, let's say 2, and we want to insert it here. So we have to move this 3 from this location to this location. All right. So this is the part here that does this. So let's take an example K. So K is this. So and K minus 1 will be this. So it will move this element here, this element here, and this element here. After that, we have add the space for 3 now. So we will now change the 3's value. This is the part where value is changed to this 2 here. And then increment the counter for j. Now j will be 5. If element is smaller, do nothing. Just go ahead. Okay, nums 1. Okay, so here we will have 1. Both of our these test cases are passed here, but we have this. Hmm, I think equal to here. That's the case. No? So what's the case here? No? I think this one is the correct. We will not have it here. Hmm. Everything is good, but we have something problematic here going on. In our pushback function, so we have 5 to 6. That is right. We are having 2 and 3 here. Oh, what's happening? Maybe 5. But I don't think we should add this. It will be the same. Now, plus 1. No, something here is going on, but that's not very understood. Okay, so let's go ahead to the. So we have this. Oh, I have also need to add the another solution, but it's okay. So let's have this here. So we have this name, most quoted array for the class. Let's create a public static void main function. Convert this into static. More. Let's create array. Num one equal to new int. Oh, there is no nothing. Num two 1 2 3 0 comma 0, and we have put 5 6. Num 1 and 3 num 2 and 3, and we will have our debugger here. Let's check it. What is happening right now? We are comparing 1 and 2. Okay, so move ahead. So now element B 6. What? Oh, my bad. We need to have J here. Let's see now. What? So we have 1 and 2, j is equal to 0. We are comparing 2 comma 2. Okay. So we have 2 now, and we have element 3, we have 3, and here we have 2. So now it is going 5. We are not getting k minus 1. Okay, so let's see. Mhm. Now we are at the right place, at the right time. Oh, there is some problem here as well. So stack operation is working fine. Mhm. Instead of having here I plus plus, I think we should have plus plus I. Now it is ended. So we have this element. Now I is at this and this place, but it should be here at the tree. So if we are using the I plus one, it will be at 3. I is currently 3 here. So what is happening is that it is replacing 3, but we are, should not replace 3. We should implement it. So here is the problem as well. Instead of we should be plus plus sign. And I think it is now good here. Let's add the solution and array of length and I is plus n. Hmm. Our base of present is not good. So let's see south here nums one, therefore two at 5.2. It will not all the producing and print here. So we will have this. Now let's take example. We have nums one one, nums two is 0. Nums one one, num equals to 0, 1 and 0. I think this will be also fine. Yes, but its opposite is causing the problems. I have missed something here. It will be array out of points. Yes. So let's run together here as well. It's getting out of answer because there is no length. Hmm. But if we have I plus plus, my mistake. I took 0. Okay. Okay, now we will have two while state. But I have understood that I plus plus is necessary. I know this, but but here is a problem because the I is at 3 index. So how can I solve this one? I think this will solve. No? Are you seriously kidding me? This will solve. No. Oh, oh. Okay. Now b is less than. It will be this only. But we have to solve this part here. Okay. So I think I plus 1 should be here, but I am missing something. Why am I adding the I plus 1? Because I think what we are missing, if we are moving the value of I, let's say yeah, here this was 3. So we should move the I to this point. Now it contains the 3, so we should have the I here as well. This is the part we were using here. So I have added here, but right now there is single problem here. We are missing something. Let's see the solution. Java use this. And oh, as also. Okay, let me review. Let's see the part here given this one. Okay, also 0, but I don't think it should be giving us the problem. This is now exactly the same, like much so. So we have I, we have j, we are comparing these values k plus plus, I plus plus, k is equal to. If we have 1 here, let's go into 0 for the first hand. 0 is greater than I. So in the first case, it will be I. So now it will be 1. After this assignment, it will be 1 and nums I will be incremented only 1. It will be here. They will be implemented. They will be implemented. I think it will have some problems. Maybe. Yes. Think it is running because of not having a pushback operation. It is currently replacing a value, but it is not pushing have the pushback operation for this, so it is giving us knowledge. So let's use our code. In this is so code that is fully working. No, we have this, and then it is fully working. Let's ChatGPT fix this. We have removed the pushback operation here. How? Let's try here. Accepted. Oh my god. If I did succeed, yeah, it is okay. Yeah, it has used a new sorted. Okay, so I have some problem in that case. Hmm. There are some parts that I need to learn. Okay, no problems. I will improve these things as well. So yeah, so currently I have done three questions here. One max consecutive one, maximum sum subarray of size, merge two sorted arrays. So I need to do two more or three more. Let's see in the target.